is here at the Hennessy Performance League, and for the first time in quite some time, it is your boy, Always Jake, back in the booth and get a chance to call some exciting Truck Series action. We have a very packed full booth. First up, I want to get a chance to have our broadcast booth. First, we have the Xfinity Series drivers. In the 22, the man who has been on his way to pretty much win his first ever Xfinity Series championship. The man is already going to the Final Four. Please help me welcome Mr. Heredia God. Heredia, how you doing, bud?
I'm doing fine. Just got done taking a duty break. Ready to cover some action here. Truck Series.
Alrighty. Well, we all gotta end up having those breaks. The man that is pretty much in charge behind the camera, who I hope he feels better than man himself. Speed Racer, Speed. You hanging in there, buddy?
Everything's great. Looking forward to racing Darlington tomorrow and getting ready for P15.
Alrighty, and of course, last but certainly not least, making his broadcast debut, former Xfinity Series driver, a man who knows these guys very well, of course, a man who knows a thing or two when it comes to the Truck Series. Please help us welcome Mr. T-Bird. T-Bird, welcome to the booth, my guy.
Quick correction, this is not my debut, but I'm welcome to be here anyways.
Either way, hey, this is my first time doing this with you, so I guess you might as well say it's kind of a new thing. But either way, though, glad to get a chance to have you guys here. So in case you guys missed last week, it was a controversial, pretty much fuel-saving race, but yet it was Shake and Bake that got us to win the first race of the playoffs, who is going to be going to the championship 4. But yet the question is, though, who's going to get a chance to join them? We'll find out tonight, because we are heading to the amazing Las Vegas? Is that right, guys?
Yeah.
Yes, Las Vegas.
Las Vegas. So yet, let's go ahead and break it down as far as the standings here. So as y'all may know, Shake and Bake is going to be advancing, going on to the Final Four, which will be held at beautiful Homestead. But yet, who's going to be joining them? So right behind him is Captain Jack with 16 points. Then it's King Henry with pretty much 10 points. But this is going to be the game changer here, guys. Above the cutoff line by at least 1 point, it is the dead guy himself, Captain Dead Dad. But here's the thing, though. Here is who's below the cutoff line. Fire Slayer -1, Always Freedom -12, Crab -23, as well as that's Terrorist, and Moose -31. Sikkim, unfortunately, is not going to get a chance to compete due to the suspension. So, I hate to see what happened to Sikkim, but unfortunately, he will not get a chance to compete for a championship. So let's go ahead and talk about it. Speed, you got a chance to call the race last week. Talk about how much this meant for Shake and Bake to get a chance to get that win at New Hampshire.
Yeah, so Shake, out of the guys who are in the playoffs, if you look and obviously recall, he also has the least amount of starts. So if I recall, he was still doing okay in the point situations, but I'm not sure if his rust would have affected him during the playoffs. So definitely helpful. On the playoff outlook, though, while I am speaking, I'll go over a few things. So we're looking right at the bubble, mainly is what I'm going to focus on when I say this. Cap and Fire, very interesting to me. So Fire, to me, from what I've seen, is faster, but as Heredia knows, since he's the fastest, sometimes, and not always, the fastest doesn't always win. So,
Yeah.
it's definitely interesting. Also, it makes it more interesting that they're teammates, but
Yeah. But
I think it's more interesting that they're that close, both on speed and in points.
yeah. Not only that, but yet, one thing about it already is that both Captain Dead Dad and Fire Slayer are not the only ones representing you, because we have a couple of teams with two different drivers. Talk about from Penske's side of things, Crab and Next Terrorist. I mean, we see them below the cutoff line by at least -23. What do you think they have to do in order for them to get a chance to move on to the championship 4? Already?
Oh, you're talking to me? Oh,
Yeah.
my bad. Oh, my bad. I took to his piece still. All right. Yeah. Um, I'm really hoping they can have a really strong run. I mean, New Hampshire, they're just falling into little hands. They're slowly working their way up to the top 10, around 8th and 9th place area, improvements. And I heard that this week they're putting much more laps in, hopes they could try to make the Final Four, at least gain some points on the cut line. We'd all expect these guys to, make it to Final Four, but you never know what can happen. They could pull something out and win a race. I'm just glad they make it playoffs, glad to race for our team. And yeah, let's see what they could do.
Yeah. Well, not only that, though, but I mean, T-Bird, let's go ahead and talk about this, though. The last time we was here, we got a chance to crown a champion. But this time, different things, different picture. Now, since Shake and Bake is going to the Final Four, you got to think about this, though. Captain Jack, a man who was runner-up last year, has the chance to be able to get a chance to move on to the Final Four. What do you think he has to do in order for him to go to the Final Four?
I think he has to just put in a very consistent race. He's one of the most consistent drivers in this series. You see it time and time again. There's a reason why he was in championship fight last year. There's a reason why he's back in it this year. He goes in, week out, puts a great result up every week. He just got to keep on doing that, and he'll find himself in the Final Four.
Very well said, very well said. But yet, one thing about it though is that Speed and I got a chance to call this race last year, but we noticed that it's not going to be really pretty much hands on deck because you're going to have to deal with a lot. You're going to have to deal with a lot of traffic, and of course, sometimes maybe some lap cars. But Speed, I'm going to ask you this. Since we got a chance to call this race last year, do you think that we'll see any sort of drivers are not in the playoffs trying to be able to get that win tonight?
I think we could. Vegas is obviously a track where drivers gamble. Vegas is also a track where there's multiple grooves, so a guy on the top could work better than some guys on the bottom, and vice versa. So somebody who maybe not used to winning, who maybe only races really well on tracks where that top lane is worked in, could maybe pull her off tonight, or maybe a guy who's a little lucky could successfully pull off a gamble. But I think it's going to be somebody who's contending for a championship who wins tonight.
Yeah. And for anybody that's watching this live, since we are racing at Vegas tonight, who do you guys pretty much betting your money on tonight? And tell us, what driver do you see winning tonight's race? As far as us, though, I mean, anything can happen here tonight. I mean, it is Las Vegas. We'll see some guys running up in the top. We'll see some guys running down to the bottom. Already, I mean, what do you think the best strategy should be tonight?
Best strategy tonight is, I think, it's also going to be a short race here. It's not going to be very long. It's maybe like a 40-minute race. You got that track position. You have to be very aggressive, especially if you're a playoff driver under the cut line. So tonight you see a lot of aggression. Probably track position is probably key during this race. And yeah, if you're up there, you have a really good shot of winning the race. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. But yeah, T-Bird, before we do get a chance to get our picks in, what do you think? How do you think these drivers are going to play out tonight, especially when it comes to how short of a race it's going to be? Especially, do they have enough time to be able to get the setups in? What do you think is going to come down to tonight?
See, I find it funny that you mentioned this is a short race because I think this race is going to be long run, one on the long run. This track eats up tires, eats up fuel. You got to be able to conserve while staying up to pace with the leaders tonight. I think whoever's going to be managing that best is going to be the race winner.
Yeah, I definitely do agree, and yet, I think, and we're allowed to go ahead and get a chance to join. I'm going ahead and let's go ahead and get our picks in tonight. T-Bird, who do
I'm going to go with someone you guys haven't mentioned a whole lot in this pre-race show. I'm going to go Always Freedom here.
He's very fast. He's starting on the pole. He's got a good chance to get to the Final Four himself.
Are we left
down
to join?
12 below?
Is that what
we're about to join? Yes. Yeah. I know you want to say that's Terrace because he's going to be starting up a second. So is that who you're rooting for tonight?
I could take an easy guess of the race winner of Crab Ass, but we're not going to go the easy pick. We're going to go with Moose.
Moose on this one. Alrighty. Well, We got the trucks out and rolling here. Here we go. Green flag underway at beautiful Las Vegas. Second race of the playoffs begins now.
And reminder
Oh,
everybody
man.
to get your Fanatec wheel. There we go.
Yeah, and looks like we're going to do a little bit of radio broadcasting because right now, like you said before, but you have to look at who's in second though, guys. Fire Slayer, who's pretty much a point below the cutoff line. I know if I was Fire Slayer, I hate to get a chance to race against a teammate to be able to move up inside the Final Four, but I mean, you got to have a really good, strong run.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, as much as it sucks, when it comes to racing for a championship, it doesn't matter if that's your teammate, your best friend, or your owner, or the boss. It doesn't matter. Some of these guys, they wreck them.
Yeah, very well said.
A battle for second, as Firestar did hit the wall, and Moose gets on. Well, not Moose, Terrorist gets under him. I think as well as Moose is behind.
Yeah, Moose is going behind and is now going underneath Fire Slayer for third, and Cap Jack might follow him in fourth in line as well.
He's going to push him to be able to get that third spot, and he most likely contact being made.
A little bit contact.
Contact being made between 21 and 18. There wasn't no intentional because I was riding on the hood cam. Now there's some bumping and bang going on between 18. This is where we start to see things here, folks. Is that the outside line may be your best friend, but sometimes it may not be. Look at what's happening with Fire Slayer because he's got Captain Jack right underneath him.
And look what's happening with the lead.
For the lead is Terrorist. Let's go. He's making a move here under the Freedom Flyer into turn one. Way you make it stick.
I wish he would change his name, but anyways, that you are correct. That's a Terrorist is battling the lead. Oh, wow.
I hope that's a Terrorist grab and secure the perks and a battling one point in time during this race.
Oh, Terrorist washes up. Oh, he washes up.
But look at Musso. He could have made it 3 wide, but decided not to.
He's pushing Terrorist right now. As we have a little mid-pack battle here. As Crab is hanging with these guys. Impressive run right now.
And meanwhile, you'll look at Shake and Bake. Started a little bit more towards the mid-pack, but already up to 4th place, going past Cap Jack through 1 and 2 that time.
Kind of like what we see in actual NASCAR, the non-playoff drivers. If they win, we don't really know who we get to see going into the Final Four until later on. But look at the battle between
Freedom in the wall.
Freedom in the wall. But look who's right there. Look at Shake and Bake going in there. 3rd place already. Working on that outside. This is his track that he loves to race at, folks.
Ooh, Terrace misses the bottom. Will Moose have a run low? Nope. Shake goes high as well as Captain Jack. We're going to have a run on the outside.
I was going to say, it looks like they're going to kind of freight train him outside on the top.
Terrace going to have to be able to block that top line.
Oh, hit the apron, smacking the hell.
And he's going to lose a couple of spots right there. But that's
good. 24 in the wall.
Dang, booty flakes. Whew, oh my gosh. What a race already. This is just the first stage already.
Shake's going for the lead.
Shake is going for the lead. Oh, contact being made between the 2 and the 10. The 10's going to go to the outside.
Well, I think there, if I'm Cap Jack, had a little bit of a run, maybe try to go a bit more aggressive, but he's just going to stay in line for 3rd right now. But now they're going still side by side.
3 wide?
3 wide! Cap Jack makes 3 contact!
Contact being made, but look at Jack! Jack making it 3 wide!
Keep your foot in it.
Gosh.
Keep your foot
Told you there was going to be aggressive here.
Keep your foot in it.
It's 3 wide, still for lead.
At its finest. Shake and Bake in the middle, Terrace at the top, Jack at the bottom. These drivers are not letting off the gas. They're still going at it, folks. I think Jack's got the advantage where he's running them down to the bottom.
Oh, Terrace is going to have a huge run, though. Oh, no. Oh, he's getting pushed from Shake.
Yeah, but that's going to give Jack the lead. But they're still battling. Oh, Freedom about slid up to the 2. But look at the 21.
Terrace is going to clear for the lead.
But look at the 18, though. He's getting involved down to the inside line.
And all this battle has just brought everyone and their mother back. And you have top 10 who's basically within a second at this point. I'd have to guess.
Yeah, there's a lot of cars under a blanket right now.
Right now, this
Huge
is
battle.
incredible racing from our truck series drivers. Keep it up right now, guys, because we're seeing some playoff racing as Terrorist gets down to the bottom. I think this might be his first move going down to the bottom since he's been running up to the top. It seems like the top's been working just fine, as you can see it right there. He knows that Jack will end up having the momentum, so he's going to try to take the top line, work on the outside. The outside can be really good here, folks.
Oh, Moose forces it under fire, so you know Fire's not going to be happy with that.
No, he won't.
Speaking of Fire Slayer, shout out to you for a lap counter. We're at 4 to go in stage 1 already.
And yet, if I was Terrorist, I would have to get Chess to stay up front and get those much-needed stage points.
Yeah, this is crucial for Terrace here. He has to make up a lot of points, and Moose as well. All these points could be huge.
Freedom as well. I think the battle's going to be right here for third. Cap, Jack, and Shake, they could keep 1-2, but the points being gained from Terrorist and Freedom right now is going to be huge for them.
This is definitely what the owners and of course the admins are going to be checking out as far as the points battle that we're seeing.
Oh, Freedom lagged out! Freedom lagged out!
Freedom lagged out. That's gonna have to put him in a must-win situation come next week, won't it?
Yeah, what's next week? It's the Glen and I don't even know what after that.
Watkins Glen next week, Bristol to round out this round before the final 4.
So he has 2 more races to make it up.
2 more races.
Oh,
I would definitely not count him out at Watkins Glen. Freedom's a very good road course racer, but huge implications here.
Oh, Crab on the apron there. I don't even know who it is.
That is Captain Dead. No, that's Captain Dead Dad, I believe. Yeah, the 16.
No, that was Worm in the 15. I was going down with him. Dead Dad's right in the area, but that was the 15 truck that time.
Last stage in stage 1,
or
last stage in stage 1, last lap in stage 1.
White flag here in stage 1 right now. It is Captain Jack who needs to be able to get a chance to have a really good race, but yet, speaking of 2 drivers that having a really good race already in stage 1, look at the 21 and of course the 10 of both Moose and Terrorist as we see the battle between Moose and Fire Slayer. This
tight. Terrorist doesn't make it 3 wide.
Who's gonna win? Who's gonna finish second? That's gonna be Moose.
Oh man,
I kind of expected that. I feel like I know for a fact that Joker's in that party. He would have been screaming at Shake to let him get an extra point there. That's just ideas and conspiracies, though.
Valtteri, James.
Wow. Real quick though, while we are on the little break, what do you guys think about that stage?
It was fun. It was aggressive.
I thought it was interesting. We obviously expected Shake to drive through the field, and I think I also expected Jack to be up there, but I didn't expect such a strong race from Brian early. Or aka Eric's Moose, for those who don't know.
Yeah, and if you guys are checking out our live chats right now and the YouTube comments, we have a lot of people that's root for Moose. So everyone's been a big fan of Moose, and I think myself, I would definitely be as well as we get ready. We got the field back up, lined up for stage number 2, which is underway. Jack leading us back to green.
Just looking at Terrence, he didn't get the greatest start back in P5, but neither did P6, so I don't think he'll lose spots, but he'll just have to tuck in behind Fire Slayer. That's huge for the 18.
And something that I really just now thought about is that with Fire Slayer getting a chance to be inside of the top 5, I believe, he should be above Captain Dead Dad via points.
Yeah, he should be now.
Yeah.
I thought Terrace was on the force low there, but he's not.
Moose
goes for the lead.
Moose goes for the lead against
Jack.
He is my pick.
Jack went up high and made a little contact.
Oh, Hardwell 15 around.
15!
One car wreck.
Spun around. In the Turtle Beach machine, that no caution due to the only one truck. We're still going green here, folks.
As I was saying, what caused Brian to take the lead was Jack made contact with the wall, and Brian was already kind of making that move.
Oh,
Easy
boy.
now, boys.
Ooh.
Easy.
Oh, Fire Slayer. Oh boy.
Ooh,
Easy,
Shake
big
kind of
fella.
clears himself there. Oh, what
King
a...
Henry's gonna make it 3 wide with the 18 and the 10 on the top. That's a teammate
Oh,
for you.
so
Oh
three
my.
wide. Oh, Terrace in the wall and Shake is in the wall. 3 wide still.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
And
Fire Slayer
Henry.
sends it to clear the
Oh,
2. 51's
man.
going to go
Oh,
underneath.
man. Oh,
Oh
Terrace
my
sent the
gosh.
13. Oh, Moose is gone. Oh, man.
Oh.
Oh, contact. Oh, he lagged out. No.
Terrace lagged out. Oh man, our
No.
second playoff driver of the night lags out. This time it is that's a terrorist.
God
you
damn you,
are-
Terrace.
If you are Eric's Moose, this race is playing out perfect.
Yeah, I heard he's
And
really fast here.
he is really fast here, but yet you really hate to see it though. But meanwhile, the 18 is in third with Shake and Bake right behind him. He's
Oh,
going to try to
look at him.
battle for Jack against second. Here comes Fire Slayer going to the inside of the 20. Meanwhile, Moose slowly pulls away from the field.
Jake and Jack battling for P3 now. Jack slowly losing some time in his positions.
Yeah, they're still going side by side. Oh, he might have just
Oh.
barely scraped the wall. I think he's going to be good. But now King Henry and Dank's in the party.
Hey yo!
Have a party for 4 here because we're seeing it right now between Shake, Jack, Henry, and Dank. But now the 18 has nobody in sight except for that 21 right in front of him. Which bear in mind, you guys, that since he did finish inside the top 5, should be inside the championship 4. Because if you get as much points you need, you should be good to go before we head over to Watkins Glen next week.
Indeed. Just wanted to mention that there is 6 laps to go in stage 2. 6 coming to 5.
3 wide. Dank's going underneath. 2 playoff drivers here. Shake and King Henry. That is for the 4th position. And now the 88's also in the mix.
Dank's got nothing to lose, and that's one.
Oh,
The 88, is that
oh,
still
Shake
H6?
forces him high. He has to back out of it. 88 does.
5 to go this time by here in stage number 2. Right now, everyone in the league has to be excited right now to see that 21 up in front.
Yeah, if he does win this race, it shakes up the playoffs like major.
T-Bird?
I think he does.
He lagged out, I believe, but yet he'll be back due to technical difficulties. But either way, though, 4 to go with the 21 leading the most laps here in stage number 2. That 18 of Fire Slayer, he's slowly trying to be able to catch up to them. But unfortunately, T-Bird won't be able to
He's
catch
coming. He
Yeah, it
is
looks
getting
like-
on the 21.
Brian is missing the bottom and giving Flair the draft, which is helping him a lot. Now, right as I say that, this corner, Fire misses it and Brian hits it, but still.
3 to go in stage number 2. Everyone, I am literally, like, you guys are hyping up Moose as you should, because he needs those much needed points. I will tell you this though, if Moose does win this race, it'll be a happy day for the league, because considering the fact that he has been one of those who has been putting all of his work and effort into this league on the race attendance and everything that he does. So yet, if he wins tonight, I think everyone will be happy for him.
Yeah, he's a very popular driver.
He is.
2 to go this time by. I mean, he's been much like the Chase Elliott, except in Hennessy, where everyone loves him, and yet some may dislike him, but either way.
If he were Chase Elliott, that would mean he'd actually have to win once in a while. Just saying.
Electric will have something to say about that. Anyways, right
Chase
now,
Elliott as
that's
hell.
right. No, Brad K. But anyways, though,
Brad K is
going into 3 and 4, as they get ready to head up to the white flag this time by, Moose desperately needs these points, but he's below the cutoff line. Fire Slayer, even though he's got some points, he's got nothing to lose, because to get a chance to win here at Vegas is all you need, especially with the momentum.
Yeah, and
because I think he's gonna get the stage one here. It's too far of a gap for Firestar to really do anything.
and you got to remember, with even with Fire gaining the points and getting over the cut line, if a guy under the cut line like Brian wins, that knocks Fire right back down.
Well, I don't think so, right? Because it's like above Captain
As
Dead.
stage 2 winner, Moose. Here, folks. How about that? Stage 2 winner is Moose, and I gotta tell you guys, we're already into stage 3. Wow.
Yeah, and
It's a really short race.
if you guys want to run down, I just saw it on Fire Slayer. So there's going to be 38 laps to go right now, meaning they're going to go green with about 35, I'd say, right? 35. And they have 24 on fuel. Some will probably try and run that out, maybe even take 2 if they feel gambly. I think most will run that out with the exception of a couple laps because tires are a pain here a little bit.
Yeah.
Take the floor, but
We've definitely seen that. I will tell you though, this has been the less amount of cautions compared to our championship race last season. With hey, good for these drivers, good for them. But yet, back on the way, the final stage. Here we are, folks. Back on the green.
We go into turn 1. Moose clears for the lead. There's a hectic battle back there. 3 wide, I think, right there. Crab's trying to make it 3 wide, but backs out of it.
And you see Flyer stuck on that outside. And
Oh, hits the
Ken
wall! Oh!
Oh, hits the outside wall. But oh my lord! Did someone flip?
So flip. Oh
I
my god,
just saw someone flip on my screen.
here's what's shocking. There are 2 GMS trucks in the top 3,
Oh,
and
wreck.
neither one of them are shake and bake.
It's washed.
I think if you're shake and bake, you know that you're already advanced to the championship 4. You gotta get a chance to have your teammate to join you in there. So I think that's exactly what Joker is telling them. Like, hey, you already got a chance to be in there. Just let Moose have his moments. Let him get some much needed points. Think about the team. Think about what we can do.
If Brian wins this race and advances to the championship 4, there is going to be party in the Discord server tonight.
That's the 18 cents to 24. It gives him a big bump through the corner there. He's going to lose time to the front, too. As 18 does look low on Dank.
But right now, that 20 is all over the 21's back bumper, as we do see the battle for third between the 18, the 51, and surprising enough, the 24. I'm dang. But look at the 13. He said, "Hey, I want in on the party."
You know, I think if you
Sure.
asked Captain Jack entering this race which GMS truck we thought he'd be battling for the win with, I don't think he would have said the driver with 21.
Yeah, he's more of an underdog throughout these playoffs and throughout the season. Oh my god, King Henry sends Dank.
What else?
Oh, he moves him. Oh my god.
It moves him. Just like we'll be seeing this Sunday, you gotta use your bumper for something. Oh my lord.
I've never seen so many people swerve down a straightaway in my life. What just happened?
They were dodging Dank as he got walled by King Henry.
Alright, but yet, are there gonna be any green flag stops here, guys?
There's
Yeah,
gonna be
there's
one
they have to
with
take 4 at
11
least.
to go.
Yeah, or 2.
I would take 2. You're gonna gain almost 8 to 9 seconds of time, and they'll have 10 laps to gain it.
Yeah, well, it just depends on how good your lefts are at. I
And-
think the top 2 right now are like
You
trying
know,
to just push each other.
We've already emphasized that we don't think he's gonna be going for the win, but a guy like Shake and Bake who's good at saving tires and has a wheel, his left sides would be pretty good. He could probably make that work and gain some track position, at least.
I don't know, but yet, if I was Moose, I wouldn't be focusing on who's behind me. I'd be focused on the strategy, see what you can be able to do.
Hey, I think Fire has the wheel, don't he?
Yeah, he
Yeah, he
does.
does. Yeah.
He's in third, so if the two-star strategy and saving lefts is the way to go, I think Fire's in a better spot than both Jack and Brian with that.
Yeah, he has have a lot of experience racing in trucks in different leagues, so I think he knows a trick or two, especially at this track. So watch him post something out here.
And as we see Fire Slayer slowly approaching up to Captain Jack at the moment, but it is all Moose right now.
Yeah, I think Firestar has a truck that could tell him moves. I think Cat Jack right now is just getting a draft of moves to at least. That's why he's keeping up with him as much. But I think Firestar gets up there. I think he's gonna have something to say about this lead.
For sure.
I mean, but the thing is though, is that if you're Moose, I mean, you kind of want to hope to see the 20 and 18 battle out. So I mean, if that's the case, get a chance to pull away and get a chance to focus on the strategy and potentially get a chance to win tonight. So if I was Moose, I mean, I think he's got a spotter in Joker. I believe that Joker is somewhat spotting for him.
Yeah, Joker. At least this is just my recollection from when I was there. It has been 3/4 of the season, but what ends up happening in the HMS party is Joker is race control and also a spotter for GMS/HMS/JRM. So what will end up happening is when he's not doing race control duties, which is when they're green like this, he'll kind of give updates to Brian, Shake, Dank, whoever's in the other GMS truck right now. I know that 26 has been kind of bounced around. I'm not sure if anyone's even in that right now, but he'll kind of.
I think it's Atrick. Atrick, I believe.
Andy's still in that? I don't. Yeah, he's nowhere to be found. I haven't seen him in weeks, but regardless, you get the point. And all owners do that too. Mason will do that if he's not doing race control, and like in fact, I think that he might be doing that right now in the JGR party as well. Shout out Mason.
Yeah, but how many laps do we have left, those three?
Firestream will tell me in about 10 seconds. Coming out of 4 on his stream right now.
Alright.
He has 23 to go in the race and 12 to go on fuel. Again, 12 is estimated. You can go about half a lap on certain tracks as there's a battle for the lead.
As there is the battle for the lead. Moose left the inside open. He's going to give Captain Jack some breathing room going down to the bottom. But what is Captain Jack Fireslayer going to do right behind these two? As we see a new battle, a new leader. Once again, it is Captain Jack right in front of Moose. My apologies, it's been a while since I've done this.
If I'm Brian, I would not have done that. With his points and the way his season goes, you never know. He could not get another chance to get into the Final Four. You could have just gave it up. Now he's hitting the wall a little bit. Under fire from Fire.
And Fireslayer is right behind the 21. Moose has got to be able to stay up there with Jack.
I don't think they want to. Oh, I was just going to say they don't want to make moves. If Firestar sends it on moves,
He's
I think.
making
I don't know.
business decisions.
Oh, business decisions. I mean, decisions. I don't want to talk.
Did you just
So
say
that
business
was-
decisions?
Oh, and something happened to the Double Zero Crab. Something happened to him. He is slow going into 3 and 4.
Now here's an idea I had for you, Heredia.
Yeah.
Would you, since it's Vegas, would you take a gamble and undercut everybody by 5 or 6 laps?
I mean, you could honestly, like, if your guy probably back there, you could take 4 now and just send it. That's what you gotta do. Send it and hope you pass people. It takes 2 or 4 really late. So
Well,
Jack just
people
messes the
people
form
are
up.
going to take 2, and even the people who take 4, if you take your 4, 5, 10 laps early, you can gain up to about 3/4 of a second a lap. You're looking at 8 seconds of time plus undercut. Like, that's a lot of time for only so many laps, right? But not everybody's going to be looking to take that risk, especially if you're in the playoffs.
Yeah, I'm not, but the tires do wear out a lot here. Like it could like balance out really quickly. I'm not sure. You could gain advantage and maybe get held up by traffic, and then someone pits like really late. You just clear no traffic and just catch up to you and just pass you. So you got to do it at the right time, the right moment. So I'm not sure. Different strategies here.
Speaking of right time, right moment.
Oh,
Oh, he took the
Smooth's not
top.
gonna look. Oh, he took the top. This is you gotta take moves more aggressive than that for a win here. But this is all learning for Moose here. More
There is no
experience, the better.
passion. There is no aggression.
But yet, real quick. I mean, real quick though. I mean, King Henry, who's someone who's not even in the playoffs, wants to go home with a win, and I don't blame him. But what could he be doing? I mean, what type of impact could he be making against the leader and Captain Jack?
I think he's
Could
gonna go
help
up
his
there and
teammate.
give Jack the good old stiff arm, help his teammate. King Henry and all.
Actually, he is in the playoffs.
And he is
Oh,
in the
my
playoffs.
bad.
He's
Wait, King Henry?
kind of thinking. I can hear you, Jake. You're good. Mike's good.
Oh, people are pitting. People are pitting. People are pitting.
People are pitting. People are pitting. Yes, people
It's
are
a little bit
pitting.
of the short pit, like you said, Speed. Just a little bit of the short pit. I think 4 people
Oh,
signaled.
the
Oh,
leaders
never
are
mind.
pitting.
Everybody.
Oh,
Oh
Brian.
man.
Oh, Brian. What a guy.
Oh,
What a lad.
why you say it like
Jesus.
that?
What a champ.
Yeah, my bad though, guys. I know that King Henry's in the playoffs. My apologies.
What
You're
a
good, you're
Chad. What a beta. What
Yeah,
a
everyone's gonna be taking 4 here. 4 tires here, definitely. As Captain Deadez, I think he led a lap, gets him an extra point. But I want to see who gets out pit road first, though. It's the guy here. So many people on pit road, like 8 people. Oh my
Moose
God! Look
did
at them
not
come
speak-
out.
Oh boy. Moose did not speed surprisingly.
It's a really good pit road entry then from Moose. Oh, Captain Jack has a huge lead now. Getting so much
He's
time
got a
coming
huge
up pit
gap.
road.
He knows the way.
He does know the way.
By the
So
way,
for-
in case you were wondering, the 88 was in the lead, but now he's on pit road, and that passes it to.
Jack.
Yeah, I think so. No, we're on a lap down. This is confusing.
I don't know. Well, they unlapped themselves just now. I get
Yeah.
think.
They just
Yeah,
knocked this
yeah.
out. 88 still in the lead.
I think these 4 or 5, 4 cars here. It's gonna work to catch Jack here, and they're gonna gang up on him soon. I don't know how many laps is it to go here. Stream mags, of course.
13 to go. And the
13 to
leader
go, yeah.
is now Cap, who is right in front of Jack.
That devil, can he be doing like a different? Oh, King Henry! He just what? What is he doing?
No,
What is he
Wow.
doing? Are you serious?
no, I saw the whole
There's
thing.
no way.
No, I have
That
it
just
already.
made me angry.
Okay, so
Wow.
Brian blocked a move that Henry was going to make into the corner. So when Brian chopped off Henry, Henry just
How
Bad.
bad was the chop?
it was a little late. It was a little late.
I mean, if he didn't affect him or hit him, I mean, he should have just make a move under the apron to move him.
He hit him enough to send him below the apron, but that being said, Henry could have let off instead of just.
Yeah, I mean, he could have did it better than that. That's just.
They could have been better.
I'm not gonna say. Yeah. I'm just not gonna say any words. Does it just no? All right, we're just gonna continue on our race here as Fire starts in second. King Henry follows. Shake fourth. They're trying to catch Jack in 20.
They're both going for the same spot and for the same playoff championship for birth thing, seed planting thing, you know.
No, but I mean,
Oh,
I don't know. There's a lot of angry people after what happened, but then again, I mean,
well, I mean, here we
Henry
go.
did get blocked poorly.
Brian's right here.
Here
we go.
Yeah, you gotta choose how aggressive you want to be and stuff. You want to not make enemies really early, as I think Shake got a little displeasure with him into turn 1 and moved Henry out the way for his teammate there, feeling bad.
I was gonna say Team
Got
Williams.
perked. You could say that.
Could say that. I feel like Joker immediately said 51, bump 3.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see it now, but this is our top 5 here, ladies and gentlemen. We're seeing a very action-packed race between our playoff drivers, which if you guys, just now joining, 2 playoff drivers are already been locked out between Freedom and Terrorist. So they are in a must-win situation. But then the final race before we head over to Homestead.
There's 8 to go. Let me go back up here. I'm not sure if they could catch Jack. I think they were catching Jack, and that little incident definitely slowed him a lot. I think Fire Slayer is gaining on Jack just a little bit, but it might be a little too late into the run. I'm not sure if he can even catch him. Captain Jack is being perfect right now. But as long as Moose doesn't win, this doesn't really affect Fire Slayer in any way or anybody else who's like...
No, Jack's already in front of Fire on point, so it means nothing. And Cap just gained a 10th. So, until he hit the apron there, that might have neutralized it. Not sure.
I don't know, but
tell me.
We'll see, but for right now, I mean, how many laps do we have left?
Oh, that's 6.
6. And Fire did gain that 10th back.
This is gonna be a close race here. Out to the wires. Oh, Shake gaining. King Henry's gaining. They could work together here a little bit better. That draft is gonna push him.
The problem is that
King Henry's gonna make a move, man.
Fire and Jack are equal, and then nobody is helping Fire.
Well, he doesn't have a teammate now to help him.
I mean, the one thing I can think about this is that the
He's
more
got
these drivers...
5 laps to gain 5/10 and pass a guy, though.
We'll see. We're going to have to keep an eye on
he just hit the apron right there.
I think that'll be 10th.
Yeah, they're gaining. They're there. I mean, he's getting a draft now. He's definitely getting a draft.
Yeah, he
Shake
definitely
looks
is.
under King Henry. 4 to go.
4 to go this time by, but look at Shake. He said, nope, I'm not going to let you help your teammate out.
Yep.
Oh, in the wall!
In the wall.
I was just... Oh, whoa! Whoa! On my screen, Moose, just, as soon as he got hit, just flew in the air. Oh my god. What? What's happening? Or is that 3 to go?
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 to go this time by.
Man, I don't know.
Fire needs to go higher if he's not running the bottom. He's just losing time.
3 to go. I'm not sure if he can catch him. God, Jack is staying the best he could possibly be. He's just being good enough. Especially make a mistake. Just misses the bottom. This is not going to help him. 2 to go this time by.
Fire's running the wrong line. He's running too high to be considered the bottom, but too low to be considered the middle. He's not even. He's like running the second lane, and now he's listening to me, but it's way too late.
I don't know, but I mean, Jack. I mean, you guys got to give credit on what Jack's been doing. I mean, he's been doing a really amazing job leading this race, still up front with what I believe
final
One
lap.
more lap to go.
white flag this time by. And yet a chance for Captain Jack is a chance for him to go back to the championship race, this time being at Homestead, Miami. This is a redemption race for Jack since last year, but this time it will be a chance for him to go back to the championship race.
Oh, shake!
Oh,
gives
shake!
Spicer a bump.
Gave a huge move coming off of turn 4. The 20 is going to be able to make it to the championship race. Captain Jack's going to win at Las Vegas.
That's a good
Jack,
race.
Fire Slayer, and
Shake.
Make.
GMS and JGR not happy with each other.
Yeah, they are definitely not happy with one another.
Intense, aggressive race. Like I said, it was going to be. Wait, who got top 3? It was Shake, Fire, and Cap, right?
Cap, Fire,
Yep,
Shake,
yep.
Henry, Brian, Secure the Perks, Dank, Ty, Worm, A-Hack. That's your top 10.
Secure the perks. What a run.
So that means Jack against Shake, part 3.
Yep. We know who won the other
This is gonna
2
be a fun
times.
one. Yep.
Is
Yep,
this Rock versus Austin, or is this a Jordan style 3-peat?
I mean, it's I don't know what you want to call it. It could be Earnhardt against Gordon type of vibe that I'm feeling here. I don't know, but if we get a chance to interview these drivers, it's going to be
Yep, I
a
just
really
added them.
fun conversation. All right, since we do have Mr. Fireslayer, long time no see, good friend.
It's been a little while.
All right, so since we're waiting on the other two, let's go ahead and get a chance to talk to you real quick. You pretty much finished second. You pretty much are in good points position. You had a really good points race, but talk about that battle that you had against Jack, and of course against your own teammate in King Henry.
What do you mean? Like, it was good close racing. I mean, it's just certain people were driving a certain way, and it's gonna bite them in the ass.
I was trying to put you up there.
Very well said. Very well said. Shake and Bake, welcome back once again. This time you finish up in P3rd. First of all, congratulations, but also, talk about the battles that you had, not only against Fireslave, but yet, it seemed like there's like a lot of different strategies, and of course, the battle between yourself against the JGR guys.
Yeah, it was fun. I mean, it's fun not to have any pressure and just race for fun. But I, I was three wide most of the race. Honestly, I went to the front and then I went to the back and then I slowly worked my way up. And then after pit stops, I tried to push Fire up to Jack, but I was just a little loose off the corners. But yeah, it was a good battle. Good points day for my teammate Eric's moves, so that's good.
Yeah, I mean, talk about that. I mean, you saw him get a chance to be able to be up there leading most of the laps here tonight. I mean, I'm pretty much you guys were in the JGR, sorry, not JGR, what I'm saying, the Hendrick chat. I mean, talk about the strategies that you and Moose played out in order for him to get a chance to join you.
Well, there wasn't really any strategy, but I did help him out a little bit by pushing him and giving him draft. But we really just followed Jack into pit road, and then I think all the top 5 came down to pit road at the same time, and then we all left together. Jack had a little bit of a bigger lead going out of pit road than coming in, so his pit crew must have been a stellar. But yeah, it was just a straight up race.
Alrighty, do we have Jack with us?
Yeah.
Alright, first of all, Jack, I want to say, first of all, congratulations on the win, but also congratulations on making it to the Final Four once again. You've been through these difficult days, you've been through these difficult races, you've been in this position one too many times. Talk about how much does it mean for you to get a chance to go back inside the championship race, not only that, to get a chance to get redemption at Shake and Bake.
It's nice just to be locked in. You don't gotta worry about anything. You don't gotta worry about Watkins Glen or Bristol. Bristol being a wild card race, who knows what could happen there. A lot of speed from everyone tonight. Surprising that surpriser was Moose and Terrace. They had good speed. I just had a better entry to pit road on the green flag stop and was able to pull away. Good thing it wasn't like another 2 or 3 laps, because I would think I was starting to fall off a cliff.
Very well said. Well, of course, now that you're going to be able to get a chance to go to the championship race, do you think of your rivalry towards Shake and Bake as like a Gordon Earnhardt vibes? I mean, so
Look at seeing who can beat each other the most.
yeah, very well said. Well, of course, Fire Slayer. Back to you real quick though. I mean, you've had a really good points day. You still have. I mean, pretty much. I believe as of right now, you are good. You're pretty much in the championship race, but yet you still got to be able to carry that momentum coming to Watkins Glen. I believe that is next week's race. Talk about what is the strategy for you with all this momentum that you have to be able to get a chance to execute it for you to get a chance to go to the Final Four.
No, with Watkins Glen, I'm not a road racer at all. It showed at the Roval. It's probably going to show at Watkins Glen. See what I can do as far as putting in a little bit of time, but I just want to try to get at least a top 5.
Very well said. But yeah, I'm gonna bring the questions on over to both Speed and Heredia. Do you gentlemen have any questions you guys have for our top 3?
No, but congrats, Jack, on the win. Hopefully, you can at least come closer, if not actually do beat Shake this time. I know you're wanting to do that. Lord have mercy. Fire. I knew you
Shut
had
up.
the fire. I knew you had the speed. Congrats on proving it to everybody
Oh, well.
else.
I just wish I didn't have the damage I had. I had a
Yeah,
right door. I got
that's unfortunate.
pinched. I got pinched in the wall. I don't know if it was an accident. It was a racing deal. Me and Jack were side by side, and I got pinched up coming off turn 4 and got damaged, and I never repaired it. So,
Jake, you've been congratulated enough over the years.
Love you too.
All right, so I guess it's back to me then. All right.
I would like to congratulate Captain Jack on the win. I'm really looking forward to Homestead. It's going to be a fun one. Even though you beat me there last season, it's going to be different.
Man, who knows?
Jake calling his shot?
Nope, never said that.
Very well said. But yet, pretty much, this is the part where I'm going to get a chance to allow you gentlemen to have your final thoughts and comments, especially since we are focusing now on Watkins Glen. Shake and Bake, do you have any final thoughts and comments?
Yeah, it was a good race overall. I'm looking forward to the Glen. Road courses are always fun. I like them. And then we get past Bristol, and then, the championship race. But other than that, it's been a great 9 starts, I think. So I'm glad to see the truck field have a lot more competition than last season.
Definitely has been some fun and exciting competition for sure. Fire Slayer, do you have any final thoughts and comments?
no, I'm just ready for next week.
Very well said. And of course, last but certainly not least, our race winner, Captain Jack. Do you have any final thoughts or comments?
No.
Alrighty. Well, you guys are excused. You guys will get a chance to go relax, and we'll see you guys next week at Walkers.
See
Alrighty.
ya.
See you guys. Alrighty. Well, gentlemen, that was an amazing race. That was a fun race to call. First time get a chance to be back up in the booth for a while, as y'all can tell by my commentating tonight. My apologies. But either way, though, Heredia, we've seen two drivers that have lagged out that are going to be in a must-win. Take us your thoughts on both Freedom and Terrace.
Freedom is gonna wreck everybody and lag out next 2 weeks. I'm just kidding. I don't know. Hope he could actually. I know he's very strong at Bristol. I don't know about the Glen. If he fixes his internet issues, he can have really good runs of points. But he's in the must win, so he has to win one of the races as well as Terrace. Hopefully, Terrace sweats 10,000 laps. Hopefully. Yeah, that's all I gotta say.
And of course, speed. I mean, we've seen a lot. We already got two drivers that are now confirmed for the championship race, but yet we're still waiting on the other two. Your thoughts on what we could see before Miami?
We could see anything. We have 2 more races until Miami. If we get 2 new winners, then that means whether you're good on points or not, well, looks like you're not anymore because there's 4 winners. So, could be very interesting. Since we're about to close off, though, I'll kind of mention that Cup and Xfinity are at Darlington, and the F1 finale is this Friday, so I'd check that out.
No one watches F1.
Okay.
I'm very well said on that, Shake and Bake. But anyways,
Okay.
Either way, though,
if we really want to be honest, Fire Slayer gets more views than this channel does entirely. So, But
Wow.
Either way, though, first of all, I do want to say, go ahead.
No, I was
Go
just
ahead.
gonna say everybody wants to tune in and see me fuck up.
Very well
Frick
said
up.
on that one.
Apologize for the language.
Oh my god, that's $1 in the candy jar.
Alrighty,
Gotta
so
get out of this thing.
and yet you guys are making my first night back very welcoming for sure. So yeah, thank you for that. But hey, I want to send a shout out to T-Bird. Thank you so much for joining. Not only that, but also Heredia and of course Speed. Like Speed mentioned, we have the doubleheader tomorrow at Darlington. May God bless our soul come the Xfinity race, but make sure you guys check that out, 7:20 Eastern Time here on the YouTube channel, and of course our F1 finale. I hope I have a voice to be able to get a chance to call that one along with Speed, but it's going to be a great one, so make sure you guys check that out as well. From all of us here at Hennessy Performance League, for Heredia God, for T-Bird, and of course for Speed Racer, I am always Jake saying so long, and for the Truck Series, we'll see you next week at the Glen.